What-o? Biggles learns to fly. Biggles goes to the Orient. Biggles flies undone. Biggleswade United. I'm on a flying visit around the ground. Chops away.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's that time on a Saturday afternoon when hopefully before too long football will return, and I messaged Biggleswade United during the week and asked if it would be okay to come and have a wander around, and they said that the clubhouse would be open for 2 and were happy to entertain me as we're passing the turnstiles here. You're not going to be able to see much with them all shut down, but you can just make out the grill there. Nice pleasant warm afternoon. I've been here before, but many years ago, and in the days when they used to be right next to Biggleswade town, and I'm sure there used to be a hedge, and there's a hole in the hedge, and you could go between the two grounds, and that's the clubhouse up there. You could go between the two grounds if you wanted to. It's all fenced in now and neatly done so here at Biggleswade United, and actually just like a couple of weeks ago when I was at Chesham, the pitch looks absolutely immaculate, crying out for some action. Hard standing fencing, as you can see, all the way around. 2 areas of covered seating stroke standing. The first one we're coming up to here, bucket seats, 3 rows of. If you stop and look up, the press box is up there, and the press area is right ahead of me, and where that covering is, I guess, all their equipment, because there's all the wiring there for the PA announcer, I'm guessing, is there. This is the Steve Matthews stand. It's about a 20-25 minute walk from Biggleswade station. If you're coming from London, start off at King's Cross. I had to change at Stevenage, but very straightforward, easy to find. Let's have a little peek through here. Might just be able to make out a spot of cricket. First Saturday that village cricket has been allowed since lockdown started, so it's nice to see a little bit of sport there. I might take a still actually of the ground because it's a pretty little place. Put it on there, and it's literally, obviously, as you can see, right next door to the football ground. So this is the far end, as we'll call it. Going to spin round here. Big floodlights and a big cell mast there, and that's a floodlight just to the side of it. That is looking back from where we just walked. I'm going to take the opportunity for a few shout outs, if I may. It's been a while, they're racking up a bit. So Kathy Mortimer, it's me, Kathy. Tom Bird, well, I won't be giving him the bird. Joey Middle, I'm stuck in the middle with him. Pancho Martinez, one of Pan's peoples. Effendi88, well, I'm not offended by that. Bill Miller, oh, there's a Miller's tale. Freddie Green, I bet his mates are green with envy. London Celtic Punks, that's London calling. Callum Pyatt, this channel likes anything to do with pies. Steve Walsh, who I thought was the centre half for Leicester last time I looked. Mark Pearce, well, it's difficult to snag him. My Pierce de Resistance. And Icky Slavs, well, I'm certainly not sicky of Icky. I may well have missed some over the last few months, and apologies for that. Things are all over the place. I'm all over the place, as you can probably tell by watching my videos each week. Let's have a look there, if it goes into focus. There we go, of the other stands, and that's back at the other piece of cover we walked past, Biggleswade United sign on the top, and you can see just behind that the cricket pavilion with the clock there. Glad to see what you're finally allowed to sort of travel distances on the train. I did so today, and the train was delayed. Usual array of excuses: lack of train staff, trespasses on the line, Kit Kat wouldn't break evenly, you know, the usual kinds of thing that we get. Nothing changes. So here we are walking up this far side, hard standing still here. Not quite as much room as the other sides, so be interesting to see how clubs handle things with social distancing. It's not that you can't stand 2 meters or whatever apart, it's the passing, I guess, that needs to be thought of if you're walking past each other. All these things clubs are going to have to think about. I'm just going to dive onto this matting here, and here's one of the dugouts. Just going to step back a little bit. That's the away dugout. Neat. I like the colour actually. Not sure what you would call that as a colour, but yeah, pleases my eyes. And here is the other covered area. There we go. So sort of blocks there that you can seat on. There's a few steps, bit of elevation, and the Biggleswade United Football Club badge there. And here's the home dugout, obviously in the same colour there, a little distance away from the away dugout, and that is my preference when I'm watching. I don't like dugouts that are right next to each other. I like a bit of distance, and that's looking back at the near end of the entrance where we come in, and another view over to the other stand. Now this stand here that we just walked through is the Peter Dean stand, and I understand that Peter Dean he's certainly a long-standing member of Biggleswade United. I think he was or is the club president. If you like, Peter Dean is the man who put the big in Biggleswade, so nice to see that there's a stand there which is named after him. Apologies for my intro, by the way, but Biggleswade, I couldn't resist. I used to love Biggles books when I was a lad. Archie and Ginger, wasn't it? His companions, I'm sure someone will tell me. So here we are, walking up the far end, or near end rather, where we started. So no netting in the goals for obvious reasons, and ahead of me there are the turnstiles, and if we spin back to there, let me just zoom a little bit, and there you can see that it says the Peter Dean stand. But don't take my word for it. Once football starts, why don't you come to Biggleswade United Football Club yourself? It's an interesting little place, and I'm sure you'll get a warm welcome. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope I'm back to be able to do in the more traditional format before too long, but I hope in the meantime that you're enjoying the occasional ones of these and I'm able to put up. If you have enjoyed it, click on like. If you've hated every minute, click on dislike, but why not subscribe so that all future videos that I do go immediately to your YouTube channel. And once you have subscribed, click on the little bell, and if you click on the little bell, there'll be the roar of an engine overhead, and there will be Biggles with his scarf flying behind him and his goggles on. Anyway, enough of this nonsense, but thank you so much for watching, and this is Biggleswade United Football Club.